In a far-off corner of the universe, the Galactic Council, a group of the most powerful beings in space, gathered for their regular meeting. The council chamber buzzed with chatter as representatives from various star systems took their seats. They discussed the usual topics: trade routes, resource allocation, and the occasional border dispute. But little did they know that today's meeting would be different. As the council members settled in, a holographic image of an old, battered warship appeared in the center of the room. The ship looked like it had seen better days, with its dented hull, rusty patches, and outdated weapons systems. The council members couldn't help but snicker at the sight of this ancient vessel. "What a piece of junk!" exclaimed the representative from the Zorgan Empire, his tentacles waving in amusement. "I bet that thing can't even fly straight." The others nodded in agreement, their laughter echoing through the chamber. They took turns poking fun at the ship, mocking its appearance and speculating about its origins. "It looks like something from a scrap heap," said the delegate from the Nebula Confederation, her shimmering scales reflecting the holographic light. "Who would even bother to build such a useless vessel?" As the council members continued to joke about the warship, a small, quiet voice spoke up from the back of the room. It was the representative from a minor star system, one that was often overlooked by the more powerful council members. "I don't think we should be so quick to judge," said the meek delegate, his eyes fixed on the holographic ship. "There might be more to this vessel than meets the eye." The others turned to look at him, their expressions a mix of surprise and annoyance. Who was this insignificant council member to question their opinions? The Zorgan representative scoffed, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "And what makes you say that, little one? Do you have some insider knowledge about this rust bucket?" The small delegate shook his head, his voice trembling slightly as he spoke. "No, I don't. But I think we should at least investigate before we write it off as junk." The council chamber fell silent for a moment, the members considering the delegate's words. Finally, the head of the council, a tall, imposing figure with glowing eyes, spoke up. "Very well," he said, his deep voice resonating through the room. "We will send a team to investigate this warship, but I doubt they will find anything of value. It is, after all, just a laughable relic of the past." With that, the council moved on to other matters, the holographic warship fading into the background. Little did they know that this seemingly insignificant vessel would soon become the center of a galactic mystery that would change the course of their history. As the meeting adjourned, the small delegate couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this warship than anyone realized. He hoped that the investigation team would uncover the truth behind this mysterious vessel and prove to the rest of the council that sometimes the most unassuming things could hold the greatest secrets. As the Galactic Council's investigation team approached the old warship, they couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The ship hung motionless in the void of space, its battered exterior giving no hint of the secrets it might hold. The team, consisting of experts from various fields, had been tasked with uncovering the truth behind this mysterious vessel. As they drew closer, the team noticed something peculiar about the warship's design. It wasn't like any other ship they had encountered before. The hull was made of an unknown material that seemed to absorb light, making it difficult to see the ship's true shape. The weapons systems, although outdated by the Council's standards, were arranged in a way that suggested a level of ingenuity and creativity. The team leader, a seasoned explorer named Zara, couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this ship than met the eye. She had seen countless vessels in her travels, but none quite like this one. As they prepared to board the warship, Zara turned to her team and spoke in a hushed tone. "Stay alert," she warned, her eyes scanning the ship's exterior. "We don't know what we might find inside." The team nodded, their expressions a mix of excitement and apprehension. They knew that this mission could be the discovery of a lifetime, but they also understood the risks involved. As they stepped onto the warship's deck, the team was immediately struck by the eerie silence that filled the air. The ship's interior was dark and cold, with no signs of life or activity. They slowly made their way through the narrow corridors, their flashlights casting long shadows on the walls. Suddenly, one of the team members let out a gasp. They had stumbled upon a room filled with strange, glowing devices that none of them had ever seen before. The devices hummed with energy, their purpose unknown. Zora approached one of the devices, her eyes wide with wonder. She had never encountered technology like this before, not even in the most advanced star systems. As she reached out to touch the device, a holographic display suddenly appeared in the air before her. The display showed a series of schematics and diagrams, all written in a language that the team had never seen before. Zora's heart raced as she realized the significance of this discovery. This warship wasn't just a relic of the past, it was a treasure trove of advanced technology and knowledge. As the team continued to explore the ship, they found more and more evidence that this vessel was unlike anything they had ever encountered. The engines, the navigation systems, the life support, all of it was far beyond the capabilities of any known civilization in the galaxy. Zora's mind raced with possibilities. Who had created this ship? What was its purpose? And why had it been left abandoned in the depths of space? As they delved deeper into the ship's secrets, the team began to realize that they were on the cusp of a discovery that could change the course of galactic history. They knew that they had to unravel the mystery of this warship, no matter the cost. As they prepared to return to the Galactic Council with their findings, Zora couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and trepidation. She knew that the Council would be shocked by what they had found, and that the implications of this discovery would be far-reaching. But for now, all she could do was marvel at the incredible technology and ingenuity that had gone into creating this warship. She knew that this was just the beginning of a much larger story, one that would take them on a journey across the stars and into the very heart of the unknown. The Galactic Council, intrigued by the strange warship, decided it was time to take action. They couldn't just let this mysterious vessel go unexplored, not when it could hold secrets that might change the course of the galaxy. The council members huddled together, discussing who should be sent to investigate the ship. After much debate, they settled on a small but highly skilled team. The team was led by Captain Zora, a brave and cunning explorer who had faced many challenges in her career. Alongside her were Dr. Lux, a brilliant scientist with a keen eye for detail, and Rix, a tough-as-nails security officer who could handle any threat. The team wasted no time in preparing for their mission. They gathered their equipment, which included advanced scanners, high-tech weapons, and specialized suits designed to protect them from the harsh environment of space. They also packed plenty of provisions, not knowing how long they might be aboard the mysterious warship. As they boarded their own small vessel and set off towards the location of the warship, the team couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. They knew that they were about to embark on a journey into the unknown, and that anything could happen once they stepped foot on the strange ship. As they approached the warship, the team was struck by its size and eerie appearance. The ship was massive, dwarfing their own vessel in comparison. Its hull was dark and foreboding, with strange markings and symbols etched into the metal. The team couldn't shake the feeling that they were about to step into something much bigger than themselves. With a deep breath, Captain Zora gave the order to dock with the warship. The team's vessel slowly approached the larger ship, and with a gentle thud, they made contact. The airlock hissed open, and the team cautiously stepped aboard the warship. The interior of the ship was just as strange as the outside. The corridors were dimly lit, with flickering lights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air was stale and musty, as if the ship had been abandoned for a long time. The team moved forward cautiously, their weapons at the ready, not knowing what they might encounter. As they explored deeper into the ship, the team began to notice things that didn't quite make sense. The technology on board was unlike anything they had ever seen before. There were strange devices and machines that seemed to defy the laws of physics, and the team couldn't even begin to guess their purpose. Dr. Lux was particularly fascinated by the ship's systems. He spent hours poring over the strange equipment, trying to decipher its secrets. He was convinced that the technology on board the warship was far beyond anything the Galactic Council had ever encountered before. Meanwhile, Rix kept a watchful eye out for any signs of danger. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, and he was determined to keep the team safe from any threats that might lurk in the shadows. As they delved deeper into the heart of the warship, the team began to uncover clues that hinted at the ship's origins. They found strange symbols and markings that seemed to point towards a civilization they had never heard of before. They also discovered logs and records that suggested the ship had been on a long and perilous journey before it was abandoned. The more they explored, the more questions they had. Who had built this ship? What was its purpose? And why had it been left drifting in space, abandoned and forgotten? The team knew that they had stumbled upon something truly remarkable, and they were determined to unravel the mystery of the warship. They pressed on, their curiosity and determination driving them forward, knowing that the secrets they uncovered could change the course of the galaxy forever. As the team delved deeper into the mysteries of the abandoned warship, they made a startling discovery. Hidden away in the ship's computer systems, they found a treasure trove of information that pointed to a civilization they had only heard about in whispers and legends. The humans. The humans, it seemed, were a species of great ingenuity and determination. They had risen from their humble beginnings on a small blue planet called Earth to become one of the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. They had built great cities, developed incredible technologies, and even ventured out into the stars themselves. But the records on the warship suggested that the humans had faced many challenges in their quest to explore the galaxy. They had encountered hostile alien races, battled against the harsh realities of space travel, and even faced extinction-level events that threatened to wipe out their entire species. Despite these challenges, the humans had persevered. They had built ships like the one the team was now exploring. Vessels that were designed to withstand the rigors of deep space travel and to carry their species to new worlds and new adventures. As the team pored over the records and logs, they couldn't help but be impressed by the humans' accomplishments. They had achieved things that many in the Galactic Council had thought impossible, and they had done it all through sheer determination and ingenuity. Dr. Lux was particularly fascinated by the humans' technology. He marveled at the advanced propulsion systems, the sophisticated life support systems, and the incredible advances in artificial intelligence that the humans had developed. He couldn't help but wonder what other secrets the humans might have uncovered in their travels through the stars. Captain Zara, meanwhile, was more interested in the humans themselves. She read through the ship's crew logs and personal journals, trying to get a sense of who these people were and what had driven them to undertake such a perilous journey. She was struck by their bravery, their curiosity, and their unwavering commitment to exploration and discovery. As the team continued to explore the ship, they began to piece together the story of the humans and their place in the galaxy. They learned about the great wars that had nearly torn the human civilization apart, and about the incredible feats of diplomacy and cooperation that had brought them back from the brink. They also learned about the humans' encounters with other alien species, some friendly, some hostile, and some so strange and alien that the humans could barely comprehend them. The team couldn't help but wonder what the humans' relationship with the rest of the galaxy might have been like, had they not seemingly vanished without a trace. As they delved deeper into the ship's records, the team began to uncover clues about the humans' fate. They found references to a great calamity that had befallen the human civilization, a disaster so terrible that it had forced them to abandon their homes and flee into the stars. But what had happened to them after that? Had they found a new home somewhere in the vast reaches of space, or had they succumbed to the dangers and challenges of the galaxy, never to be seen again? The team knew that they had stumbled upon a mystery that could change the course of galactic history. They were determined to find out what had happened to the humans and to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within the abandoned warship. As they prepared to continue their investigation, the team couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the incredible story they had uncovered. They knew that they were standing on the threshold of a new era in galactic history. one that would be shaped by the legacy of the humans and their incredible journey through the stars. The Galactic Council was abuzz with speculation and debate as news of the human warship spread throughout the galaxy. Some members were fascinated by the discovery, eager to learn more about this mysterious species and their advanced technology. Others were more cautious, wondering what the humans' true intentions might have been in sending such a powerful vessel into the depths of space. As the debate raged on, Captain Zara and her team continued their investigation of the warship. They had already uncovered a wealth of information about the humans and their civilization, but they knew that there was still much more to learn. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind was why the humans had built such a formidable warship in the first place. Was it simply a tool for exploration and discovery, as some of the records suggested? Or was there a more sinister purpose behind his creation? Dr. Lux, ever the scientist, was convinced that the warship was primarily designed for peaceful purposes. He pointed to the advanced life support systems, the sophisticated communication arrays, and the state-of-the-art scientific equipment on board as evidence that the humans were more interested in learning about the universe than conquering it. Rix, on the other hand, was more skeptical. As a security officer, he couldn't help but notice the impressive array of weapons and defensive systems that the warship possessed. He argued that a species didn't build a ship like this unless they were preparing for war. As the team delved deeper into the ship's systems, they began to uncover more clues about the humans' intentions. They found records of past battles and conflicts, as well as plans for future campaigns and conquests. It seemed that the humans were not as peaceful as some had hoped. But there were also signs that the humans were not a monolithic entity, united in their desire for conquest and domination. The team found evidence of dissent and disagreement among the ship's crew, with some arguing for a more peaceful approach to exploration and others advocating for a more aggressive stance. As the Galactic Council continued to debate the implications of the human warship, Captain Zara and her team knew that they had to get to the bottom of the mystery. They couldn't afford to let their guard down, not when the fate of the galaxy might hang in the balance. They pored over the ship's records, trying to piece together a picture of the humans and their society. They analyzed the warship's weapons and defenses, trying to determine its true capabilities and potential threats, and they debated among themselves, trying to come to a consensus about what the discovery of the human warship might mean for the future of the galaxy. In the end, they knew that they might never have all the answers. The humans were a complex and enigmatic species, with a history and a culture that was vastly different from anything the Galactic Council had encountered before. But one thing was clear: the humans and their warships had the potential to change the galaxy forever. Whether for good or for ill, their presence would have profound implications for the future of all species. As the team prepared to present their findings to the Galactic Council, they couldn't help but feel a sense of trepidation and excitement. They knew that they were on the cusp of a new era in galactic history, one that would be shaped by the legacy of the humans and their incredible technological achievements. And as they stood before the council, ready to share what they had learned, they knew that they were ready to face whatever challenges and opportunities the future might bring. For better or for worse, the galaxy would never be the same again. As Captain Zara and her team continued their investigation of the mysterious human warship, they had no idea that they were about to unleash a force that would change the course of galactic history forever. It all started with a simple mistake. Dr. Lux, in his eagerness to learn more about the ship's advanced technology, accidentally triggered a hidden system deep within the ship's computer core. At first, nothing seemed to happen. But then, slowly and quietly, the ship began to come to life. The team watched in amazement as the warship's engines hummed to life, its weapon systems powered up, and its sensors began to scan the surrounding space. It was as if the ship had been waiting for this moment, biding its time until it could finally awaken and fulfill its true purpose. At first, the team was thrilled by this development. They saw it as an opportunity to learn even more about the humans and their incredible technological achievements. But their excitement quickly turned to horror as they realized the full extent of what they had unleashed. The warship, it seemed, had been programmed with a single overriding directive: to protect humanity at all costs. And now that it was awake, it saw the Galactic Council and its fleet as a threat to be eliminated. With lightning speed, the warship burst into action. It fired off a barrage of missiles and laser beams, tearing through the Council's fleet like a hot knife through butter. The Council's ships, caught off guard by the sudden attack, were decimated in a matter of moments. Captain Zara and her team could only watch in horror as the warship continued its relentless assault. They knew that they had to stop it somehow, but they were hopelessly outmatched. The ship's advanced technology and formidable weapons systems made it virtually invincible. As the Council's fleet retreated in disarray, the warship turned its attention to the surrounding star systems. It began to broadcast a message on all frequencies, announcing its presence and its purpose. The message was simple and terrifying. The humans were coming, and they would stop at nothing to protect their own. The Galactic Council, reeling from the sudden attack, knew that they had to act fast. They couldn't allow the warship to continue its rampage unchecked. They had to find a way to stop it before it was too late. But as they scrambled to mount a defense, they realized that they were facing an enemy unlike any they had ever encountered before. The humans, it seemed, were not just technologically advanced, but also fiercely determined and utterly ruthless in their pursuit of their goals. As the Council debated their next move, Captain Zara and her team knew that they had to take action. They had started this crisis, and they had to find a way to end it. They had to find a way to stop the warship before it destroyed everything in its path. With grim determination, they set out to confront the warship head-on. They knew that they were outmatched and outgunned, but they also knew that they had no choice. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and they were the only ones who could stop the human warship from unleashing total destruction. As they approached the warship, weapons at the ready, they could only hope that they would be able to find a way to stop it before it was too late. The future of the galaxy, and the fate of all the species who called it home, depended on their success, and failure, they knew, was not an option. As the Galactic Council scrambled to mount a defense against the rogue human warship, Captain Zara and her team knew that they had to act fast. They had unleashed this crisis, and now it was up to them to find a way to stop it before it was too late. With grim determination, they set out to confront the warship head-on. They knew that they were outmatched and outgunned, but they also knew that they had no choice. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and they were the only ones who could stop the human warship from unleashing total destruction. As they approached the warship, weapons at the ready, they were suddenly confronted by a sight that made their blood run cold. The warship, it seemed, was not alone. Emerging from the depths of space, a fleet of human warships appeared, each one more formidable than the last. The human fleet, it seemed, had been waiting for this moment. They had hidden themselves away, biding their time until they could strike at the heart of the Galactic Council. And now, with the Council's fleet in disarray and their defenses shattered, the humans saw their chance to seize control of the galaxy once and for all. The battle that followed was like nothing the galaxy had ever seen before. The human warships, armed with advanced weapons and shielded by impenetrable defenses, tore through the Council's fleet like a hot knife through butter. The Council's ships, outmatched and outgunned, could do little more than try to survive the onslaught. But even as the battle raged around them, Captain Zara and her team refused to give up. They knew that they had to find a way to stop the human fleet, no matter the cost. And so, with nothing left to lose, they made a desperate gamble. Using the knowledge they had gained from studying the human warship, they managed to hack into the fleet's communication network. And there, amid the chaos and destruction of the battle, they'd broadcast a message of peace and understanding. They told the humans of the wonders and beauty of the galaxy, of the countless species and civilizations that called it home. They spoke of the potential for cooperation and friendship, of the ways in which humans and aliens could work together to build a better future for all. And to their amazement, the humans listened. Slowly but surely, the fighting began to die down. The human warships, once an unstoppable force of destruction, began to power down their weapons and lower their shields. In the end, it was not force of arms that won the day, but the power of understanding and diplomacy. The humans, it seemed, were not the monsters that the Council had feared, but a species with hopes and dreams of their own. As the battle came to an end and the smoke began to clear, Captain Zara and her team knew that they had achieved something incredible. They had not only stopped the human fleet from destroying the galaxy, but they had also opened the door to a new era of peace and cooperation between humans and aliens. The Galactic Council, humbled by their defeat and awed by the humans' power, knew that they had no choice but to seek peace. And so, in a historic moment that would be remembered for generations to come, they extended an offer of friendship and alliance to the humans. The humans, for their part, were more than willing to accept. They had never sought to conquer or destroy, but only to protect their own and to explore the wonders of the universe. And now, with the Council's offer of peace, they saw a chance to do just that. As the galaxy watched in amazement, humans and aliens came together in a spirit of cooperation and understanding. They shared their knowledge and their technology, their hopes and their dreams. And together, they set out to build a new future for all the species of the galaxy. It was a future that Captain Zara and her team had helped to make possible through their bravery, their determination, and their unwavering belief in the power of peace. And as they looked out at the stars, they knew that they had been a part of something truly special, something that would change the galaxy forever.